Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. In the process of getting things all set and done here, we're going to start going after the live threats going on and see what is going to occur from it. So, all right. Welcome. Welcome to the Full People Zone. I'll be joining just momentarily. Alright guys, and welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in here. We're about to get started. About one severe thunderstorm warning here on the board right now. And things are about to just keep getting more and more spicy. So, yeah. There's our first severe thunderstorm warning of the day for the Texas Panhandle. Today's a level 3 out of 5 risk. This is going to probably be the strongest area today from the Texas Panhandle into western Oklahoma. Maybe as far down south as like the Wichita Falls area for tornado development. Like if there's not a tornado that develops in this region, it's not gonna develop anywhere else. Just putting it out there. Today's biggest threat is going to be damaging winds and large hail. But we do have that one severe thunderstorm warning, so let's get over to that. What's up, David? Clarendon, right now, these storms are moving off to the northeast towards Shamrock. We got a couple of storm chasers out there. Corey Gherkin is out there chasing. So he's probably going to go live here soon. We got Michael James on the Facebook side of things saying thank you so much for tuning in there. And let's get this shared out to the group. Should be live on my, Storm Chasing Guy page on Facebook. Sweet. But yeah, so we're gonna just continue to watch these storms. I was kind of going over things on Facebook and didn't realize that this was already starting to occur. Is this one heading towards Tulsa later? Good question. Let me take a look at Tulsa here. I think the storms are gonna be, for the most part, there could be some general thunderstorms that are there's like a marginal risk for Tulsa today as far as severe weather goes. I don't think Tulsa's gonna see anything too wild. Let me get over to the RFSA here. Early on, should have some storms going on near Tulsa. Storms will be firing in and around the Norman area probably around 6 or 7 o'clock p.m. That's my best bet. Things could get pretty squally there, and it's just going to absolutely snowball towards the Dallas area later on with some really, really bad damaging winds. The storms could make it into Tulsa probably maybe around 9 or 10 p.m. With some gusty winds possible. So just keep that in mind, guys. Today's going to be an interesting severe weather day for sure. Welcome everybody on the YouTube side of things. Hey, what's up, Moniker? Thank you so much for joining. Hope you're having a great day. Look around 6 or 7 for Tulsa. Okay. I'm just going off of what my software's the Pivotal Weather's telling me. I use this for a lot of my forecasting, and it's pretty darn accurate most of the time. I trust it. I mean, even the news stations use a derivative of these models, whether it's GFS. I don't know why they'd be using day of GFS, but they're probably using HRRR or NAM derivative of some kind. So yeah, I mean there could be storms that fire off earlier, there could be some storms that fire off later. What site is that? And is it cell phone capable? Oh yeah, this is Pivotal Weather. This is what I use for all of my storm tracking and all that. I actually nailed those severe thunderstorm warnings early on. It takes them a little getting used to, as far as it takes a little bit getting used to if you've never used it. Kind of go through the different options there, and yeah, definitely should be using SCP mesoanalysis today. I'll be doing that here shortly. Yeah, it's called pivotalweather.com. You know what's crazy, David, is I hardly ever use SPC mesoanalysis. I've actually found that it screws me up more on my forecasting day of. It's weird. I can't tell you why. But if I usually... there's the Pivotal Weather app there. Pivotalweather.com. But SPC mesoanalysis, it's had a couple of times where it screwed me up a day of on chases. So I kind of, if I did my forecasting correctly, at least the forecasting that I think I did correctly, usually that morning before or night before the chase. If I forecasted that correctly, I should be right on target. And I would say I probably have about a 75 to 85% success rate on most of my chases. Especially when it comes to tornadoes, I've been getting a lot more accurate. I know a lot of storm chasers use it day of. I'm not downgrading. My thinking, if my morning forecast or my night before forecast doesn't if it lines up correctly, I shouldn't have to use this is what works for me. I'm not speaking for everybody, but if my morning forecast, okay, we got another severe thunderstorm warning going into the Red River Valley area of Oklahoma, near El Dorado. Some large hail definitely occurring with that one. Pop over to the KDFR radar here. I just find it easier. The whole site, Michael, on Facebook is pivotalweather.com. Got storms firing here. This is going to be in and around the Shamrock area here momentarily. But welcome to everybody who's joining here on Facebook there. Yeah, it's free. There's a free version that works pretty well, and then if you want to become a subscriber to it later down the road on Pivotal Weather, you can do that. There's a couple other forecasting model ones, like COD. I use COD sometimes, the College of DuPage. But I prefer Pivotal. It just looks a little cleaner. But thank you all for joining so far. Right now I am using RadarScope Pro. This is RadarScope Pro 2. I'm on the desktop version. Okay, so we have Oklahoma and Texas. So we have Hardeman, Heron, and Jackson and Wilbarger counties in Oklahoma and Texas. If you're in these areas, please make sure to be paying attention or be away from doors and windows, as suggested by the National Weather Service. The hail shouldn't be too bad this early on. I'm thinking probably gonna have more of like quarter-inch hail, maybe a little bit bigger, quarter size. Yeah, quarter going on with this one. $50. So this one's rapidly blowing up as it goes towards Shamanwood. Pop over to the Amarillo radar here, even though we're getting a little bit further and further away from the Amarillo radar at the moment. If you're in Shamanwood, going towards, what would that highway be? 40 and near Carter, Texas. Just be wary that the storm is kind of heading that way. Willow. And this storm's just going to keep exploding. So, yeah, I got the pro version of Pivotal Weather too. I have pretty much the pro version of all my weather software. I'm done using WSV3 because even with my new computer it crashes. It's not a computer problem, it's a software issue, and it's very buggy. I mean, for some reason in this new computer that I just built, Radar Scope crashes a lot because it's not really a desktop friendly app, but it's working right now, so that's all I can care about. We'll be monitoring this here very closely for any signs of rotation or anything like that. There's going to be a little bit of a low level jet kick over the next couple hours, so we'll have to watch that. These storms should be going towards Snyder, Oklahoma. Seriously, watch it though if you're in the Dallas Fort Worth area. We got a lot of towns and areas in the risk today. Dallas is going to have possibly a really bad damaging wind event roll through Fort Worth and Dallas tonight. Just it's going to be nasty all across Oklahoma City later on, with some large hail and some damaging winds. There's going to be like kind of a little area here, Wichita Falls, Altus, over towards Elk City, Wellington, Texas, probably over to the I-40 corridor near Weatherford. This is kind of going to be like the strongest chance we have of having a tornado today. If it doesn't happen there, I don't think it's really going to happen anywhere else. So it's kind of a short window. Storms are already moving into that region. Actually, this one's already starting to get a little bit of rotation going on it here. A couple of chasers down there. Andrew Justin, meteorologist, very, very smart individual, is actually on that storm. It's starting to get a little bit of a lower level rotation, so be interesting to see. Alright. Yeah, Radar Omega. I used to like Radar Omega, but I'm not a huge fan of it now. I don't know. It's so hyper smooth that it bugs me when I storm chase. I did a full test run of it on November 4th, and I prefer Radar Scope a lot more at this point. I might be chasing later on in the early morning hours, as this comes closer towards San Antonio, but it's not supposed to be like too crazy. So right now we're just watching these storms here. I'm gonna pop over to the KDFR radar here. Oh, okay. So I was looking at Amarillo. So the rotation actually isn't really present in this storm. Okay, that was. There might have been like an upper level rotation. I had it on Amarillo. Oops. Definitely watching out for this storm though. This is currently going to be near Quanah and El Dorado. If you're in that area. Storm near Paducah has good inflow. Yeah, it definitely looked like it. Is that where you're near, Moniker? Yeah, it definitely looks like it's pulling in some pretty serious inflow. These storms are just getting started. Let's get over to pop down into the level 2 radar here for velocity. So yeah, we have these storms firing off here. I'm just kind of waiting to see if it's taking so long for level 2 to kick on. I don't know if the software needs to go through an update or something, but level 2 usually is pretty speedy. There's level 2. Welcome on the Facebook side of things. Oh, you're near Altus. You're from near Altus, but you're in Corpus Christi. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm out near the San Antonio area, not too far from Corpus. I wish I could be out chasing today, but that just doesn't look like it was in the cards again. That charge. Yeah, we're just gonna watch these storms kick up here. I'm gonna make some changes to the YouTube side of things. Finally got some decent weather down here, yeah, for sure. It'll be a lot nicer this weekend. It's gonna be nice and cool, which I'm looking. Well, cool. I mean, when I talk about cool, I mean in the 70s. I need to be mowing. I hear you. Let's see. Texas, Oklahoma. So yeah, we're monitoring our two severe thunderstorm warnings in Oklahoma and Texas. Storm should be going near Shamanwood here momentarily, almost going due east. Gonna have to pop over to the Amarillo radar. 58 Sunday morning. Yeah, it's gonna be wild. I don't remember the last time it was in the 50s. Probably back last year. It's been a very, very warm year. Feels like last year at least. This whole summer felt like it was the whole sky was boiling, and it was not a very fun experience. I thought I was gonna spontaneously combust this summer. Didn't Okay, this level 2 radar is getting old. So from the Amarillo radar, you can see that kind of what looks like upper level rotation. You probably got some rotation at the higher levels. Maybe even start of some more low level rotation now that we're getting close, like right in through here. Just gonna have to continue to watch this storm as it pushes off to the northeast. Closer over towards Elmer, Oklahoma, right along the Red River, over towards Tipton. So, more and more storms firing off here, so we're just going to have to keep watching out as the afternoon goes on. Looking down over towards our neck of the woods, out in the San Antonio area, down towards Corpus. There's Houston, so Corpus should be somewhere near Victoria, Port Lavaca. Some showers and storms kind of kicking up. Tracking like the 2015 Elmer Snyder storm. Yeah, it's kind of going that way. Anytime they come along the Red River, they get a little bit of an enhancement as far as rotation goes. Oklahoma just does weird things with storms. Like, it just turns them to like 11. Oklahoma's crazy. Partly why I love being in Oklahoma, and probably one day eventually move in that general direction, but I haven't done that yet. But I would love to one day move out in that general vicinity, Oklahoma City area, just so I could set up a real good base for storm chasing and stuff like that. If you're new here to the page, hit that like button, guys. Hit the like, share the stream out if you have family and friends in the area. Sorry, I need to get an energy drink. I should have gotten one before I went live. My funeral. Just gonna be trying not to get tired. We had rain here in Little Rock today. Yeah, there's actually some pretty bad flash flooding going on near Texarkana today. And it's just going to continue to get worse and worse by the sounds of it. So if you live in the Texarkana area, there's been some major flash flooding concerns and already some flash flood reports. Roads in low-lying areas are going through flooding type situations. They've already had 2 to 4 inches of rain with another 1 to 2 inches of rain possible. I've seen as much as another 4 or 5 inches of rain possible today. So it's something to definitely watch out on some of the models today. We're forecasting some pretty diabolical amounts of water. Oh, gotcha, Moniker. I hear you on that. Hey, that sounds pretty nice. Hey, you gotta have that multiple properties for tax reasons. Doesn't sound like too bad of a bet. Plus, it gets you down to the beach. If the Gulf Coast was technically a beach. I guess it is, yeah. It's not the beaches that I'm kind of used to, like out in the Atlantic, living out in North Carolina as a kid, or living in California when my dad was in the Marine Corps. Apples to oranges, I guess. But yeah, Little Rock should be out of the severe weather threat today. Just watching these storms right now. So we have Hardeman, Heron, or Harmon, Jackson, and Wilbarger County under a severe thunderstorm warning. God, Texas and Oklahoma. 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds on this storm right here now. This is going towards the Elmer area. Cody Vlogs Adventures, what's up? Yeah, I love the winters over here in Oklahoma. I'm tired of being cold. I hear you. This year might be crazy for winter, even all the way down to South Texas. We'll see what happens. Be a monkey's uncle if it snows this year, but if there was a year where we could get snow here in South Texas, this year El Niños are usually the year that it happens, so we'll see. 9 people watching, thank you so much. If you're new here, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, tap that bell notification for updates on more severe weather coming in the near future. This year is by far not done yet. We still got a couple months. November's usually a very active month into December. I'll blame you if it does. You can blame me anytime. I'm hoping not to jinx it. But last year they told us we were going to get snow and all we got was ice. I'd rather have snow than ice. Let's see. Chat box. Okay. Apparently my chat box is not working today. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a couple of cold days. Like, I think the coldest last year we got was here in San Antonio area. We got down to 15 that night. And I was working that night in a refrigerated truck, and it was actually colder in the refrigerated freezer part of that truck. It was colder outside than it was in the refrigerated freezer part of that truck. It was nuts. Got a little bit of an outflow boundary, being able to be seen from radar, which is kind of cool to watch. You'll see it drift down towards this line here. Yay, outflow boundary. New severe thunderstorm warning. Crosby, Dickens, Floyd, King, and Motley counties in the state of Texas. This is occurring near the town of Matador, Texas. Earlier this year, they had a pretty monster EF3 tornado roll through the town of Matador. Lot of damage. Horrific scene there. Crazy, crazy. Fortunately, I wasn't chasing that day. Alright, WXJ, have a good rest of your day. Enjoy work. This is about all the work I have right now until I find something something else work-wise. So if you guys would like to help support the channel, I do have my my website or where you can make a donation to help buy me a cup of coffee or something like that. Coffee's always a necessity here on the channel. Or you can help donate towards future Storm Chase. Sponsor Storm Chase by becoming a member here on the channel. Facebook side of things, you can always donate stars. This is what I'm doing pretty much for a full-time job right now until I can find something else, even though I'm not really making an income off of this. But if you guys would like to support the channel, I do have options if you guys would like to, let's say, donate a cup of coffee. And my website is www. Let me grab it here. The Storm Chase guy. I have links for all of my other social media. If you want to follow me on Facebook or if you have Discord, I have a Discord page where you guys can get up-to-date information on severe weather events going on. So consider giving a follow. Yay. Starting to see a little bit of inflow really wrapping around the storm near El Dorado. This is going to be key and point to watch here. We also got that one near Shamrock that's also severe warned. There's more of a damaging wind thing going on with this right now. Going down here, this one's kind of got a little bit of an embedded mid-level cyclone going in it, so we're just gonna have to continue to watch these storms as they fire off. $12 people in here. Thank you guys so much thank you so much for tuning in. I do appreciate all of y'all. Got storm on radar, just blew up near Fort Stockton, just like it did back in June 2nd. Awesome. We'll take a look down here. Fort Stockton starting to light up here. Oh yeah. Let's take a look at this little bugger. So here is here's that storm forming right here near Fort Stockton. Just a little bean, so we'll have to watch that as the afternoon progresses here. Thank you to the 9 people watching on the Facebook side of things. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure to give a follow on the Facebook side if you haven't done that yet. And I also hit that bell in case more severe weather comes, because it's only bound to happen. This year's gonna be crazy. This is the type of year where we start getting more and more crashing cold fronts, some more upper level and mid level and low level troughing, and strong low level jet, increased tornado threat through anywhere from Texas over into Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, Georgia, sometimes even northern Florida. So yeah, this year's gonna be crazy, guys. It's already been crazy. I've seen 22 tornadoes for the season this year, and it looks... Lately, it's been kind of chilling out a little bit with the tornado outbreaks. Yesterday, we had, of course, tornadoes up in Kansas and Nebraska and South Dakota. Today, that threat could be for the southwest corner of Oklahoma. So we're watching these two cells right here coming across the Red River north of Quanah. If anybody has any questions at any time, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help answer them for you. Got another storm forming near Madill. You think this will mainly be a hailer? Yeah, I think it's going to be extremely bad, damaging wind later on into the Dallas-Fort Worth area. The main area for if a tornado does happen early on is going to be right in this southwest corner of Oklahoma and near Vernon. Maybe include Wichita Falls and Lawton, but I'm thinking it's more into like the Altus, Hollis area. It's going to be in the southwestern corner of Oklahoma, over towards Wellington, Texas, Childress, that kind of area. The tornado threat's going to be kind of a big iffy today. All depends on if storms remain kind of more discreet. We got a couple of supercells that are kind of lined up next to each other. Today, the major threat is probably going to be damaging wind and hail all from the panhandle of Texas towards Dallas, all the way down here into parts of southwest Texas. So large amount of area being affected by this today. Looks like we got a new severe thunderstorm warning down here in Fort Stockton region. That didn't take long to go bananas, so we're gonna pay attention to that right now. Southwest mover, or southeast mover. Reminds me of June 2nd all over again. It's always hard to see storms down there because it's kind of in a little bit of a radar hole. Alright, turning off my notifications on my phone. We can go over like the areas that are gonna have the most hail risk, biggest the tornado risk, and that kind of stuff. So going over here, so our tornado risk kind of encompasses a decent area of today's risk. 2% risk for Southwest Texas, Northwest Texas, North Central Texas, into parts of South and Central Oklahoma, West Central, and Southwest Oklahoma. So I mean, there's quite a risk. So all the way from Paris, Texas, down towards Fort Stockton, and as far north as almost Amarillo and Oklahoma City. So tornado threat shouldn't be all that high today. If it is, it's going to be a brief spin up. Probably not last very long. Talking about our, hey, what's up, BTW, Tim Sweeney, what's up? Thank you for joining. Looking at our hail risk, that hashed area here is really going to be our greatest area for damaging hail, but it could extend into this yellow zone. Oklahoma City, greatest risk is going to be from just east of Lubbock towards Wichita Falls, maybe encompassing the Norman, Elk City area. Definitely areas like Vernon, Wichita Falls, Altus. Some large damaging hail. We're already seeing some of these with 2-inch hail reports just south of Altus. So the hail threat is definitely in place today. Going over our damaging wind threat, greatest potential for damaging winds is in that same area. I think it should include Dallas, Fort Worth later on. To be honest, I think there's going to be a pretty significant wind threat that we will be seeing. Thank you so much for the 2 people watching on Facebook. We got 7 on YouTube. Make sure to hit that button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing, so we're going to go ahead and turn off this stuff right now. Let's go get a look at our KDFR radar. Let's go through these severe thunderstorm warnings because there's a lot of them, and most are in Texas right now. Right now near the Altus storm, I think it is. Yeah, so which one is it though? Okay, so we have this storm right here that's south of Altus near the El Dorado area, just north of Chillicothe. Or Chillicothe. These storms right now have 2-inch hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds. These are dangerous storms. These can cause damage to your vehicle if caught outside, and you're going to be at a standstill, not being able to see anything as that storm's rolling over the top. So if you can avoid the highway in between Vernon and Altus, I think that might be Highway 283. Yeah, there's Highway 283, because I get it mixed up because there's a 183 that goes into Seymour. Chase a lot down there. 183 turns into 283 in Vernon. So it's bad that I know some of these backcountry highways better than I do my own town, because I'm just so used to storm chasing anywhere but where I live. Like, if you're a storm chaser and you live in the Southern Plains, you probably know Childress, Paducah, southwestern Oklahoma out towards the Lawton area better than you do your own backyard, because that's where I spend a lot of my time chasing every single year. Some, like, down towards Brady, San Angelo, Abilene, I chase out a lot in that area too. Excuse me. That's why I need that coffee, y'all. get this out to the Discord page real quick. See if any of my crew is up on the Discord. Alright. Be in the live room just in case. Let's see. Streams. Oh, God. Alrighty, so I just added my Discord information there. If you guys would like to check out the Discord, we got some pretty cool stuff. We host like movie nights and stuff like that. We have a community where you can share your photos and storms that you have gotten. We have gaming nights where we're playing video games with one another. A whole bunch of stuff. If you guys are ever interested in wanting to join the Discord community, I'll send out a link. But yeah, these storms are getting pretty spicy. A lot of severe weather going on right now. We're watching these severe storms near Amarillo right now. Strongest cells seem to be the southern storms going on right now. We also have one near Lubbock that's going to be producing some pretty large hail, if it's not already. This is going towards Seth Ward, Plainview area, 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail. These storms seem to be the top dog right now as far as how intense these storms are getting, but they're kind of conjoined together, so we'll just have to keep watching these. We also got the severe thunderstorm warning down here in Fort Stockton, Texas. This is going to have some large hail too, up to 2.25 inch hail right now. Moderate to strong instability has developed with 40 to 45 knots of effective shear. It'll be near the higher terrain in northern Mexico. A large hail and will be accompanying these initial cells. 2 to 3 inch hail is definitely possible there. So these are going to be mostly large hailers here today, and on the southern side of this threat, Midland, Odessa, and stuff like that. Oh, we had just had a notification there. Twister Pete Martinez, what's up? Thank you for liking the stream. I do appreciate it. Got a special weather statement over here north of the Dallas Fort Worth area. This is gonna be for like Medill, Oklahoma, just to the north of Kingston. So appreciate everybody watching so far, and always happy to see everybody. It'll be interesting to see how this storm wraps around. I might have to grab lunch here soon. I'm like starting to get a little lightheaded from didn't eat breakfast because I slept through it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna make myself a quick bite to eat. But I'll be here still monitoring conditions. We're still watching things actively. We might start getting some inflow mixing in with the winds in the storm here. So inflow and outflow, you start getting some level rotation. You can actually see what looks like the beginnings of like a rain-wrapped hook here. So yeah, we're definitely going to be watching this storm as time goes on. TVS, I'm not super confident in that TVS signature yet. There's not a whole lot of... There's some mid-level rotation going on there, but nothing too crazy going. It's kind of in the wrong area too. Alright, so we'll just hit play on this and kind of let this go, and you guys can see this is the red and green is the winds. The multicolor is the radar showing the rain and hail. I'll be right back, guys. everybody. I hope everybody's having a good afternoon here. We're monitoring a couple of storms. We got some mid-level rotation going on in Fort Stockton, Texas at this hour. Severe thunderstorm warning in progress. Some possible large hail going on, $half size. Let me get back up on the display here. There we are. Hello, everybody. We have been live for about an hour here. We're checking out all of our threats here. Some damaging winds pushing through onto the Oklahoma side near Chillicothe and Elmer, Oklahoma, right on the Red River. Large hail coming down the highway there. I think that's what, Highway 287. Yeah, so there's definitely some large hail falling right there on the highway. We'll take a look at this threat. It's being warned for 70 mile per hour winds. It's a outflow driven storm. Not worried about tornadoes on this one right now. This one is pretty much outflow dominant. We'll have to see over time how that interacts with other storms. We're gonna hop our focus over to the Lubbock radar here. We also got another outflow driven storm there near Lubbock. So, and then we got a big storm here going right towards Paducah, Crowell area, with some more storms firing off here to the south. We're just going to kind of see a unzipping of storms that come in and around this area throughout the afternoon. Looking at our radar here in South Texas, not much going on these radars. Dallas, some storms to the north of you near Bowie, Gainesville, just to the north up on the Oklahoma side, south of Ardmore. Alrighty, and we're already getting some pretty large hail reports at this time. We had some 1-inch hail there. We had some 1-inch hail near Spade, Texas. So we're just going to continue to watch this as time progresses there. I kind of changed up the music. I was sick of the classical stuff. I wanted to put on a little bit more Texas style music. But I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope everybody's being safe. Halloween's coming up soon. Speaking of Halloween, I actually have a documentary about a haunted location that I'm featured in coming out on the 17th, which is going to be crazy. Definitely check that out. So if you guys didn't know, I'm also into the paranormal stuff. I kind of dabble in both the weather world and the spooky world. Near Matador, we had a 70 mile per hour wind recorded there. So devastatingly strong winds can do a lot of damage. It's the equivalent of like a very weak tornado as far as the wind damage can be. 4 people watching, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I wish Twitch would work, because it'd be cool to stream on Twitch too, but no. It's kind of the nastiest storm of the day right now. Paducah, you really need to be careful here shortly in the next couple minutes. You're probably hearing that thunder, probably seeing how nasty the storm looks. You should be inside. There's some absolutely large hail, probably getting close to baseball size hail. So yeah, you don't want part of the 74 dBz value hail core that's coming your way. this is going to cause a lot of damage here along Highway 83. You definitely don't want to be on the roads there in Paducah right now. You want to be getting into a spot where maybe a gas station or something like that, because you got 70 to 80 mile per hour winds, maybe up to baseball, maybe larger size hail. We'll see. What is our indicator? So indicator saying 4-inch hail. I could see possibly baseball, maybe a little bit bigger. But yeah, devastating hail nonetheless. There should be a new warning coming out here soon for this storm. Don't know why Paducah isn't warned right now with this monster coming across. Especially when this thing has a history of producing 70 mile per hour damaging winds. But that's going right towards Paducah and Crawwell. So please seek shelter if you can. Oklahoma side, we got another decently large hailer dropping possibly baseball size hail. This is going to be this is just to the south of Eric, Oklahoma. It's making its way over towards Willow. Dangerous storm, guys. Probably dropping close to 2-inch hail here. Golf ball size hail and 60 mile per hour winds. Hail spike now being evident on radar here. Indicative of a lot of damaging hail going on with that. Yeah, these storms are dangerous, guys. You don't want to be caught out in this. What is going on the Discord side? Is there like nobody, none of my mods in here today? No, this isn't rotation. This is just such large hail falling that it's causing issues with the velocities. These storms are all outflow driven. It's become kind of a convective mess. Looking at our storm threats. If anybody has any questions at any time, please let me know. We're just continuing to watch here as these storms push off. There might be a little bit of a mid-level weak rotation there. As far as this one goes, there is a little bit of a hook here with the inflow notch, but I wouldn't doubt that there could be a wall cloud in that general area here. But I don't think this is a elevated. This is probably more of a hailer. That's just a nasty storm, is what it is. What it is. That one's outflow driven. Sometimes you can get little bits of enhancements with spin on storms from behind. The storms in front of it, kicking out that outflow boundary. So kind of watching that. We got another severe thunderstorm warning behind this one. That one possibly. That's the one that they said has the TBS on it. I don't really see too much of a problem with the rotation. There's like a broad rotation. It's kind of weak at the moment. I'm not super worried about tornado threat with that. Going down here to our Fort Stockton cell. Definitely some possible rotation, mid-level rotation with this going on. Another cell firing here to the back side of Fort Stockton. Yearly remember of June 2nd, but there should be actually about 5,000 CAPE out there today, so weird stuff can happen sometimes. No storms right now in the immediate area of San Antonio, Austin. Dallas Fort Worth, most of the storms are above you right now. Oklahoma City Metro. There's some stuff moving into the southern part of town. That one's actually got a little bit of a rotation to it. We'll pay attention to that. That storm is going to be coming towards Cement, Oklahoma, heading up towards the Chickasha greater area. If you're in Chickasha, just be alert that this thing's coming. It does have a little bit of rotation on it. Like extremely lightheaded today. I just ate, so I think it's just a caffeine thing. I'm so used to being caffeinated. Just gonna continue to watch storms. I'm gonna probably take frequent breaks. I might have to run to the store, and I would just leave the live stream on at this point. And go get something, a little pick me up, because a little bit tired. But yeah, I'm still going over all the storms, so just bear with me, guys. Hope everybody's having a good one today. But, let me know where you guys are from. Those who are watching still, let me know where you guys are from, and if you live in the affected area today of Oklahoma and Texas. Streams just have not been hitting their target audiences lately. Been trying to get the word out about these threats more. Let's see here. Yes, it's me. Hi. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's probably washed out, just not hitting the, for some reason. Alright, well, whatever. Bye, people watching. Thank you so much for joining. Got that storm near Chickasha right now. Kind of has a greater rotation, so I'm kind of watching that storm currently the most. There is a little bit of a couplet there. It's no, it's side lobed rotation. But still watching it because that's the closest I've seen to like a mid to low level rotation this afternoon. Just gotta watch these, and then we got a new severe thunderstorm warning near Atoka, Kadu, Madil. So that area right there. This would be just to the east of Ardmore. But yeah, definitely some supercells firing across here. 22 likes. Thank you guys so much for the support there. 2 people watching on the Facebook side of things saying thank you so much for joining. Have you got a alert? You mean the whole national alert thing? Yeah, I got it. I kind of dismiss it as quick as possible. I'm gonna be a smart ass on Twitter right now. Because there was a stupid rumor on like social media that this alert was gonna like trigger some weird thing to happen to the biology of your brain or something and cause you to base. Oh god, it was so stupid. It sounds stupider the more I hear it. But basically, that the alert was gonna trigger the zombie apocalypse. Stupid test. Or not stupid test. The test worked the way it should have. It was the stupid people who said like that people were going to eat each other's brains because of a national alert test. There's no hurricane right now, bud. At least not that I know about. there's a tropical system going up towards, I think, Nova Scotia. I'm not really focused on the tropical side of things. I'm more detailing the severe weather threat because it's happening right now. A lot of severe thunderstorm warnings going on across Oklahoma, Texas. The thing is just nasty. That is a nasty supercell. Thing actually has a little bit of rotation in it. This is software called Radar Scope, but it's also an app as well. This is Radar Scope Pro 2. It's $100 a year. It's an app and it's a software. Radar Scope. RADARSCOPE. That's definitely trying to rotate right now. That one in Oklahoma is kind of concerning me a little bit. That's because it's rotating and it's going close to a population area. We got a left and right split too going on with this. Which could enhance the spin even more. Yay. Yeah, so we're just gonna continue to watch this craziness go on. If you're in the Oklahoma City metro, south of I-35 on Highway 44, in between Elgin and Norge, actually Elgin and Chickasha, please advise to get off one of those get off the exit there, going northbound towards Cement. Dangerous storm. Muy dangerous. Yeah, this thing's starting to hook. Kind of worried that I might actually keep escalating there. Oh, shoot. I just lost my headset. Let's see. A lot of severe weather going on across Texas and Oklahoma right now, guys. I'll be right back. Radar. Not however you said it. Thank you so much for the 6 people watching there on the YouTube side. Facebook. Let me see. I haven't really seen the Facebook side of things. There's a couple watching on Facebook. What's up, guys? Watching storms going on right now. Still some rotation on the storm near Cement, but it's very much weakened. Got a couple of chasers on this cell moving into position, so should be able to see. We got a decent little hook echo there. Oklahoma is a supercell printing factory, so. Going back over to the Lubbock radar here. It's a little bit of some mid-level rotation. It's kind of a weird spot. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd rather be under those storms right now, tracking them, but can't always have our way. Absolute massive damaging wind here going. If we take a second to pause here, we're probably getting close to 80 plus miles per hour on the ground level there. Let's see. This is probably a destructive thunderstorm at this point. 70 mile per hour winds and quarter size hail. I wouldn't doubt that this thing gets up to PDS severe thunderstorm warning. Insane amount of damaging wind exceeding close to 100 miles per hour. Very close to the ground. This is really scary for places like Frederick and Manitou, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. But these wind areas here are exceeding very high numbers. 70, 80 mile per hour plus. If you're in this area here, going off of Highway 183 in Oklahoma near Frederick, oh cool. I'll definitely check that out here shortly. But yeah, so destructive thunderstorms going on here, 70 plus mile per hour winds associated with some of these storms. Seeing this little streak here of like 110 miles per hour, but that could be because of hail falling in this core here. that could be some absolutely devastating wind coming into Frederick there. Just be prepared. The storm is going to track in the direction of Chattanooga, Faxton area. This could have some big time impacts for places like Hollister if this keeps going. So I would say that I wouldn't doubt that there was 70, 80 mile per hour winds associated with this right now. Going up here back to our Oklahoma City radar. Pop up KTLX. Got multiple storms here in and around the Oklahoma City metro. It's kind of our big storm right here. And this is just going to kind of snowball throughout the afternoon. Severe thunderstorm watch has been extended to just north of the DFW metro. That's going to include cities like Bonham, Denison, Gainesville, Denton, Decatur, Jacksboro. Yep, Denton just got put into the watch just now, Isaac. That also goes just south of downtown Oklahoma City, including the town of Moore, Norman, Slaughterville, all the way down to Ardmore, and as far south as Denton and McKinney, Texas. So if you're in those areas, you need to be watching. Damaging winds are going to be really bad, I think, all through the Dallas-Fort Worth area tonight. As far south as San Antonio, Austin, I really don't think it's going to be that bad. It's going to take a long time for storms to make their way down this area. We got some storms firing off near Corpus Christi, Port Lavaca right now. Nothing really going on too crazy right now. But down in Fort Stockton, we got some really nasty hailers that have been popping up. You start seeing these values down here with these like protrusions. That means there's probably baseball size hail falling with these storms. Very, very dangerous to be on the roads, and that hail spike is absolutely massive. Holy smokes. So this storm's probably producing baseballs, or if not larger. This is saying 4-inch hail possible. They're saying it's warned for ping pong ball size, but that is absolutely destructive amount of hail going on in that core right now. Probably a lot of hail fog associated with that. Really, really nasty. Hey, what's up? Guys, you are hearing my buddy Joey getting concerned about flooding with the high potential of rainfall rates. Yeah, Dallas could have some pretty stout rainfall rates tonight. I don't think you're going to get more than 2 inches of rain in the Dallas-Fort Worth metro. Maybe a little bit north and east of there, like towards Paris. I definitely think Paris and eastward can get some bigger rainfall rates. It's sunny right now in Denton. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting afternoon to see how this all evolves. But we had a storm getting pretty close to possibly dropping a tornado. For like a brief second, I was like, this thing's gonna go tornado warning near south of Oklahoma City, but that is now since churned back, and that was this storm near Cement, Oklahoma. It is now kind of chilled out a little bit. There's still some broad rotation, but yeah, today's good. Did you see the wind? Oh, 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 gotcha. I was gonna say, did you see the wind bag here on the Oklahoma border? It's putting like out like 90-mile-an-hour winds. That's right on the radar too. That's low level winds right here, exceeding 70 to 90-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, there's gonna be some damage in the town of Frederick if they don't take shelter now. They're probably already starting to get it right now. Yep, it's one of those days. The damaging wind threat's gonna be gnarly today. Yeah, there's South Texas has got the hail on lock. There's some storms that are indicating close to 4 inch. With this one had like a huge hail spike that was like 20 miles long. Yeah, so it's just gonna be one of those days. There's an there's no capping inversion, so I'm kind of not worried about tornadoes today, due to the fact that there's no cap and these storms are just firing and clustering up one after another. So and there's not a whole lot of like discrete organization. So that's kind of gonna be Oklahoma and North Texas saving grace today. Hopefully, we'll just continue to monitor the threats though. Yeah. We'll still watch just in case one decides to get a little spicy and do something that it is not supposed to. I mean, I can't tell a storm not to drop a tornado. I mean, in fact, I would actually probably encourage it if I was chasing, but that's a different story. Yeah, exactly. Hell yeah. All right. Sounds good. Thanks for uh, everybody. That was Joey. He's my moderator here on the YouTube side of things, and he is from Canada. So, good day, eh? Of course, you can never rule out a tornado. Yeah, yeah, you can never rule out a tornado. But today doesn't like these storms here. This is a damaging wind setup. Um, that's gonna be moving off here to the northeast. Horrible drawings. Sorry. These are gonna be moving off here to the northeast. And this is going to have potentially devastating, damaging wind, exceeding 70 to 80 miles per hour. So people are definitely probably going to lose their power here very shortly in the town of Frederick if they haven't already started to have blown transformers and stuff like that. Um, that's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen through the duration of the day. Good, good Lord, Texas, you never cease to amaze. Another big damaging hailstorm northeast of Lubbock. Got some absolute monster hail with this thing going on. Ping pong ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds about to come up towards Matador again. This storm already, a storm before this already dropped 70-mile-per-hour winds on that town, and another one's coming in. So, big time dangers with these storm setups today. So, this one is severe warm, but nothing too wild going on with that one. Just your typical 70-mile-per-hour wind or 60-mile-per-hour winds, and probably quarter size hail on that one. SCJ weather. There he is. So we're just gonna continue watching the threats as it goes on, and yeah. If the town of Frederick, Oklahoma, could the radar lose power? No. The radars for the NWS. I mean, it could damage it, but it would take probably a tornado to damage those radars. They usually go down only for really maintenance, but they all have backup power and all that. So I'm not too worried about the radar going out in Frederick, but we'll see. These radars are put in some of the most severe worn areas in the country, and they can withstand these damaging winds time and time again. So right now we're just watching this. Got some really strong winds, 79, 80 mile per hour here. I've seen as high as 100 in some little pockets. So definitely down trees, maybe down power lines. Maybe some shingles and ripped off of roofs and stuff like that. We'll see what these storm chasers say in the town of Frederick. We got a couple of them taking the heat on this. See what they end up recording as far as wind speeds. We got a little stronger pocket there. About 80 miles per hour coming right towards Frederick area. So, scary. Frederick radar's gonna be just on the side of town. Yeah, see, we're getting these 85 values going right at the radar. So the people there in Frederick are probably not having a good day right now. Nothing Oklahoma's not used to, though. They're probably just happy they're getting the rain, to be honest. Frederick's a pretty rural town, so it's mostly farmland. So you got the farmers will be pretty happy that the town is getting a good soaking wind and rain. But that could actually damage crops and topple high-profile vehicles if there were some in the area. But there's not a whole lot of highways there. Nine people watching. Thank you guys, as always, for following here on the Facebook and the YouTube side of things. I'm trying to stay June 2nd. I'm trying to stay on June 29th. I had to deal with the derecho. Oh, dang. Sorry, my YouTube is being weird for words. Gotcha. Fletcher, Oklahoma had a little bit of a rotating lowering. Doesn't look super bad right now. Not where it'd be like there's a potential tornado. Cold front tonight for San Antonio, Austin will come into the area late tonight into Thursday. Morning rainfall rates between a half inch to an inch for most locations. Looks like San Antonio Metro is going to be right about a half inch, a quarter to a half inch of rain. Maybe a little bit more in places like Hondo, Uvalde, and upwards north towards Georgetown and Lano could see a little bit heavier
precip. I'll be chasing live tonight probably once I get done with this portion of the live. But when storms get closer to here, I'm gonna be live throughout the day, and then into the evening. I'll probably be live with a sky cam here in San Antonio, mapping the severe weather conditions live. So I'm in Illinois. You're from Illinois, but you're now in Texas. Gotcha. And this continues to get worse and worse with the damaging winds here as this continues to push off. This is a mean setup here, and getting some wrapping around of the velocities here on radar. So there could be a little bit of a mesolow forming right over the radar here with the winds going inbound and these winds going outbound, or inbound and outbound. So you could have a little bit of rotation going right over the radar right now. So that's kind of crazy looking. For the most part, these storms are not really capable of producing tornadoes. They're more going to be a really bad damaging wind and hail threat. Going down here to our setups in Fort Stockton area, just really, really bad hailers. There is some mid-level rotation with these right now. If these get closer down I-10, let's say like over towards Sonora Junction, I'll probably possibly start making my way over there. I'm kind of strapped for cash right now. Is the only reason I'm not out here in Fort Stockton chasing these. But if you guys would like to help donate to the channel to help sponsor a storm chase, I do have ways of doing that. If you guys would like to, you can always donate right on my website, and I'll get the money immediately. If you guys wanted to do that or help buy me a cup of coffee. But right now, I volunteer my time and effort here to help get the warnings out. I also have memberships and super chats if you guys would like to donate to. Being a member here on the channel is like being a sponsor. And you sponsor storm chases that I will be live on air for coming up next year. So 9 people watching on the YouTube side of things. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got some broad level rotation going on here near Fort Stockton. Just gonna watch these relatively carefully because these storms have some decent flow on them. The photographs are not really conducive to producing tornadoes today. CA, what's up, dude? Here, have a Timmy's coffee. Oh, we're going down to Timmy's, and we're gonna have a, I guess it would be, woo! Let's celebrate their first super chat on a live stream. Thanks, dude. I appreciate you, bruh. Or we're gonna go down to Timmy's, and go have a nice Timbits and nice macchiato. Now we're gonna go touch some moose later on. I don't know, something Canadian. But thank you to SEJ for the Canadian $2 super chat there. Sup? I think I'm gonna have to spend that $2 Canadian next time I come up that way. Just having fun with you, Joey. You know me. Yeah, it's pretty nuts, the amount of wind damage going on here in Oklahoma. That's kind of scary, actually, because now it's starting to bow out further and further. Got damaging winds, not only on the front side of the storm, but now like into the back side of the storm as well. Look at these wind values, and these are all at low levels. Could be upwards of 115 mile per hour winds, 199 mile per hour. A very, very dangerous storm here in Oklahoma, and this is like right around the radar here, getting those values probably close to 100 miles an hour in spots. I don't have an official. Let's see. We have some official. On the ground, we have 70 mile per hour winds there in Frederick. So there's probably some damage done. This is confirmed by weather spotters. 72 mile per hour. Very bad, damaging winds. Thank you guys. Not all of that mid-level wind is coming all the way to the ground, but a good amount is. I would not doubt that there is some big pockets at close to 80 mile per hour wind in these spots. And this is kind of going to be what happens throughout the day here. Storms are going to start moving into the Oklahoma City metro. This one's going to head like towards Slaughterville, Noble. Last year we had these tornadoes just south of the Oklahoma City metro on 511. Multiple tornadoes formed in this area, and we tracked those. We also had a tornado go right through the heart of near OU in February. We also on April 29th there was also another large EF3 tornado that tracked right through Cole, Oklahoma. So I mean, tornadoes is something you don't really want to see right now as far as that goes. We're taking a look here. We got a new destructive severe thunderstorm warning here. This is more of like a PDS severe thunderstorm warning. Flying debris will be dangerous if caught outside, and 80 mile per hour winds and quarter-size hail associated with this storm here. Going towards Chattanooga and Granfield. If you're in that area, you need to be seeking shelter. These storms are incredibly dangerous. There's no tornado, but they can do just as much damage with the amount of wind that they have. 80 miles per hour is like the equivalent of a low-grade tornado. So, but it's not going to be swirling around. It's going to be slamming stuff across. Big-time severe weather threat. Frederick, Oklahoma had a really nasty looking
green shelf cloud moving over town. So, um, yeah, I mean, I just kind of noticed the whole threat today. It looks like a supercell itself. Destructive hail and wind.
Thank you so much for the 7 people watching. If you guys have not shared out this stream, please consider doing so. We're still live here watching the weather conditions going on. So yeah, devastating hail, devastating winds going on here. 80-mile-per-hour winds now being recorded in the town of Hollister, Oklahoma, by a storm chaser. So devastating winds going on with this storm, guys. Destructive storms with 80-plus-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. If you're in Chattanooga, you need to be paying serious attention to this storm. This will eventually be moving towards the Lawton, Oklahoma area. Be pushing off towards Geronimo, just south of Lawton there. You need to be seeking shelter. Another dangerous windstorm is starting to kick up right on the coattails of this, just near Crowell, Texas. Large outflow boundary being kicked up by these storms that you can see here on radar. This is only going to help to initiate more and more storms as the afternoon progresses. As we can see, some more storms now firing off here in the Fort Worth Metroplex area. We'll get a... that would be near Bellevue, Fosburg. So yeah, we have Chad, Casey, a lot of chasers up on these storms right now. So we also got some damaging winds starting to increase here across the Red River near, I guess that'd be north of Paris, Texas. So watch out as this continues. These storms are going to be pushing off here towards the Paris area. Eventually, the crashing cold front is going to just push all these storms south. It hasn't really started happening yet, but it's inevitable. 6 people watching. Thank you guys so much. More and more storms. Go back over to the southern storms here. This is far away from the radar. I can't definitively tell if that's strong rotation, but definitely a strong mid-level rotation. As far as low level, I'm not quite sure. But something to watch here. There's really nobody on these storms, are there? Damn, I should have been the one to be chasing that today, but oh well. It's over some of the toughest roads here south of I-10. This is just not friendly chase terrain south of Sheffield. I've bagged tornadoes out here before. It's just a real challenge. Very similar areas to the June 2nd outbreak. You can actually watch that outbreak occur live on my YouTube channel. It should be titled, it should be under my live videos. I'll post a more full video on the Fort Stockton tornado. We got storms firing off to the northeast. We got these storms firing off to the southeast. These storms will eventually be pushing off here toward in between Sheffield and Sanderson. After that, I'm not quite sure. It's kind of making its way down this general direction. Eventually, storms are all gonna fire up in and around these areas. Should get some storms that fire off close to San Antonio early on in the game, but I don't think that's necessarily going to happen. We got a couple of storms here in and around the Victoria area, out towards El Campo, Etna. That was very similar area where we were chasing on January 24th. Ended up having a tornado smash right into Deer Park, Texas that day. Did a significant amount of damage there. That video is also on my channel if you want to check out the damage that that tornado did. I came in right behind that tornado too. Looks like this is just going to become a huge complex of thunderstorms. Very large hail falling with these darker purples that you see here. That's indicative of getting either a prolific small hail producer or a very large hail producer. Kind of going more towards this is going to be a big hail producer. Probably dropping close to in between ping pong ball and golf ball. So yeah, golf ball and 70 mile per hour winds associated with this storm. Big day, guys. Just a train of these damaging storms, one after another here. And eventually these are all gonna start sinking south. Nice structure on the storm near Quanah earlier. Watch Fort Stockton be the storm that ends up dropping a tornado today. That would be just everybody's luck. There's no chasers on this right now. That's crazy. Had some pretty large hail in the Fort Stockton area. Emergency managers reporting 1.75 inch hail, 0.25 inch, and 1 inch hail in the Fort Stockton area. Oh, if I had the money, I would be running at that thing right now. To 2.5 inch hail near Fort Stockton. Keep running up that hill, right? That is a solid 4-hour drive from my house. I would take like 2 days to walk there. Be just in time to miss it by 29 hours. Got some little popcorn action going on here to the southeast of San Antonio. That would be over by the town of Yoakum.